Welcome to the Good Life. Thank you for stopping by. I'm Patrick Harney. And as always, make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment, show me some love. You can see this on YouTube, and you can also listen on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, all of it. Make sure to check it out. Now, on today's episode, I have a gentleman who is, he's one of my best friends. I've known him for, I don't know, last 4 years, maybe 5 years. He is the lead vocalist for the band Of Virtue, but we are not talking about that today. No, because that'll be a different episode, and I'm going to have the whole band on. But today we're talking about another venture of his, and it's streaming in the video game industry. So let's dive in. Tyler.
All righty. Hello.
My brother.
How you doing, man?
Good, buddy. Thanks for being here, man.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
So you're a musician. However, that's not what we're here to talk about today.
Very true.
That's for a different episode.
Yes, it is.
But just to say, you are the lead vocalist of Virtue, of Virtue, the band Of Virtue. But today, you are not the vocalist. Well, you are, but you're not, because you are a streamer.
Yes, I am.
You're a gamer, my guy.
I am a gamer. I am that guy. I am a gamer.
So what you stream on Twitch, correct?
Yes, correct.
So what's your gamer tag, bro? So everybody can check you out.
So I did a little rebranding because I am in a metal band.
That was air quotes for all of you listening.
Air
quotes.
Air quotes. I love air quotes. Anytime I can use it, I do it. But yeah, we're gonna get back on track here. So I just switched it up a bit, and I did so for metal. And then I'm a big cat fan. Like, I love cats. Cats are a big part of my life. I'm not gonna lie to you, we're probably gonna see him in this video at some point.
Nice.
If I shut the door, he's gonna scratch, and it's gonna be annoying. So I'm sure anybody that has kids or animals that has had to do Zoom meetings throughout this whole past year knows exactly what I'm talking about. But yeah, so I'm a huge cat fan. I just wanted to be interesting, so I did a Metal Tiger, but with a twist, because my name is Tyler, TY. So I did TY and then GR. So that's metal and then capital TYGR. So kind of a nice little spin on it. So,
Metal Tiger.
Yeah, Tiger. Yeah. I should have done one more R, but Xbox doesn't allow you to do that, unfortunately.
That's lame.
I know. They only allow you to have 12 characters. Like, what is up with that?
Budget
Come
cuts.
on, Microsoft.
Yeah.
Get
That was where
with
they had
the
to draw
program.
the line. That was where they had to draw the line. It was the budget cuts. So what made you get into streaming? What made you decide, you know what, I'm gonna start streaming?
I think the biggest thing for me when I because I've seen people do this whole streaming thing in the past, and I've seen them post about Twitch or do this. There used to be like Mixer, which was its own thing, and I don't know, it's just one of those. I was like, man, this seems like a lot of fun. Like, I think I started it. We got a webcam last Christmas, so not this past Christmas, but 2019 Christmas. My brother and I did, and we were like, Mom, because it was a present for both of us. We're like, Mom, that like for us to both do it, like, we need a camera. She was like, you can share. It's like, but what if we want to do it at the same time? And
I love your mom.
Yeah, she's phenomenal. But she's like, yeah, I didn't think about that. So my brother just got me, because he was like, I didn't really get you nearly enough. So I'm gonna get you a webcam. So I did that, and I didn't take it serious, honestly, even through the past year. I think I just started being serious about it. I want to say like maybe mid-December.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I started streaming not quite a lot, but you know, maybe like a few times a week. And then I got for those that don't know, basically like when you're on Twitch, like another streamer that is like done streaming or whatever, they can raid you with their streamers. So everybody that's watching them just basically gets put onto your stream.
Mm.
So a buddy of mine, Matt Horn. He is in a band called The Word Alive. Great dude, love him. Um, yeah, he rated me with his. I think he had like 19 people watching him, and he just ended up rating me, and I got like affiliate just from that. So that was like really cool. So basically, it's just one of those things. Like I really just wanted to connect with people, not in music.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, you know, I love being able to do all that and you know, being able to meet people, but it's obviously impossible
Yeah.
right now for music. So I wanted to do something different, and that's why I started taking this, you know, a little bit more serious. Like I've got like a really cool setup, and you know, constantly trying to improve. But it's just in my nature. I think I'm you know, I'm a very big introvert, and I really enjoy meeting new people and connecting with them and
That would
being
be an
able to play.
extrovert, right?
Right?
That'd be an
Yeah, actually,
extrovert.
yeah. Wow. See,
Introvert, you would be like a hermit. You
yeah.
don't want to talk to
Hey,
anybody.
hey, you're so right.
I
Wow.
didn't
Thank
think
you.
about that for a second. Sorry, I didn't think. I was like, wait a minute. I'm a very big introvert. I love
Yeah.
meeting new people.
Oh man, wow, that is on this podcast. That is for everybody to see now for the rest of my life.
Oh, it's
Awesome.
okay.
Well, now you guys know what it is to know me. So there you go. This is what Patrick has to deal with.
But I love it. I love it all
I
the
know.
same.
Wait, wouldn't that be an extra? Yeah, you were right. You were so right, dude.
Well, and nowadays they have people can be an introverted extrovert, and then you can be like an extroverted introvert. I don't understand how that works, but I've heard
Okay,
that
well,
term thrown
well,
around. So you could be
for
an
the
introverted extrovert.
there we go. For the 21st century, that's what I am.
There you go.
There we go.
So who were some streamers that you try to watch? Because I know a lot of streamers like to, like to watch other streamers and see
Yeah.
what they're doing and see how they may be able to improve theirs, or see what's working for them and stuff like that. So so who do you typically watch?
So there's this guy. He's not on Twitch, but he's on Facebook. So Facebook has their own thing now, Facebook Gaming, and his name is Otter, which is kind of how I got the idea for the the TYGR, like Tiger. It's just like it's like just a nice little, like, it means the same thing, obviously. But I watch him. So he lives in Sweden, and
Sweden.
he is really awesome to watch and entertaining because he's very good at the game, and he knows he's very good at the game, and it shows throughout his whole stream. But it's really cool. Like you're able to donate, you're able to subscribe, obviously, and follow and do all that. So he's one of those guys that is, you can tell he's very thankful for every single person that gives him any donation or
Mhm.
whatever. So Twitch and Facebook are a little different. So Twitch, basically, you can get donations through a third party thing called Streamlabs. Whereas on Facebook, it's in the form of stars.
Mm.
So and that's not a third party thing. That's just like literally
Through
it's
Facebook.
through Facebook. So and they usually get a cent per every star, so if you get 50 cents or 50 stars, you get like 50 cents. So it's pretty cool how that whole thing works out. And I think once it gets to the higher, like, obviously the stars, you don't get every single star that you get. It's a little bit different, but yeah, I love watching him. He's pretty fun. There's a couple Call of Duty streamers that are huge. One guy, his name is Nick Merckx. He's probably one of the most well-known streamers in the world, truthfully. And then there's a couple other like Facebook gaming stuff that I watch as well. Honestly, the top of my head, can't tell you.
I like
It's
watching Rain Day Gaming. Evan Rayner.
oh yes, yeah. He does Apex as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does Apex. He also like he does like casting for their tournaments.
Oh, okay.
Like he
That's
where
cool.
he like he's now an employee of EA Sports. Um but right? Cuz
Yeah.
yeah, that's EA.
He just started, yeah, EA.
But I mean his content though I always watch it on YouTube because he always puts all of his videos on YouTube also, and he'll put up videos of like how to's like, or what he thinks like the state of Apex Legends is season 8 and stuff like that.
Yep.
um but there's also another streamer that we know who's in
Oh,
the
yes.
streaming game.
Yes, which
Mr.
I've
Fade Gaming,
yes, Mr. Fade Gaming, yes. And obviously I
EJ
love
Sutton.
yeah, I love watching our boy EJ. He's a
A little
great
shout out to
great dude.
EJ.
Yes, he's a great dude. He's what we like to call cracked at the game. He tries to tell me that he's not, but I think most of the time he's just tired. Like when he's not tired, I swear when he's like gets some sleep and his dog doesn't wake him up, he is like he just goes on like this just this freaking rampage, dude. And I'm just like, all right, well, I am not at that level.
Because I
So
am a novice, what does it mean to be cracked?
okay, what it does it mean to be cracked? It just means that you are very good at the game. You're
So
very good at what you do.
so it could be what the kids call lit.
Yes, what the kids call lit. And for those that are listening, air quotes again.
um well, and what's interesting is I was watching a video that Rain Day Gaming guy was putting up, and he was talking about this new game that's like blowing up the charts right now. It's called Valheim.
Yeah, Valheim. It looks awesome.
And he did a gameplay of it, and it's in a beta right now.
Yep.
So it looks like it's in the beta,
Mhm.
but it looks so like strange.
It's like a Viking battle royale.
But the majority of it though is almost like Skyrim.
Yeah.
Like you just wander around and you fight these random ghouls and stuff,
Yep.
and you build, you got to build shelters and find shelters and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Um,
It looks awesome.
it does look sweet, but it's like it's like on fire right now.
Yeah.
There's
It's
so
blown
many
up.
people that are getting on this game.
Yep.
It's crazy. So and it's like $20 to buy, I guess.
Well, isn't it just PC for right now?
Yes, it is just
Okay.
PC.
Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, and so to kind of talk a little bit about you had mentioned your brother Justin
Yes.
J-Bone,
J-Bone.
um, our PUBG crew back in the day.
Oh man.
When we first
Oh,
started in Players Unknown
yep.
Battleground, it was you, me, Justin, and Chris
Yes.
Merritt. And we would play every night
Yes.
until like 3 a.m.
It was bad. And then I would have to work at 9 a.m. And yeah. Sorry, Alexis and Justin. Those were our bosses at Studio C, and I probably was late a few times because I stayed up a little bit too late.
Studio City.
Studio City. Yeah.
But dude,
But
we play. I mean, we were killing it for a while.
the chicken dinner days, man.
The winter chicken dinner.
Yeah, winner chicken dinner is what it tells you. It doesn't call you a champion. It just says winner chicken dinner.
Mm-hmm. And then Apex Legends came out.
And dude, okay, so this is so interesting to me because I know that like you and because obviously EJ came at the tail end of PUBG for us. Like he would join party and everything, but we wouldn't play with him until like towards the end when Justin kind of quit out on us.
Mhm.
But it's so interesting to me because I've been looking at my stats for Apex.
Mm-hmm.
I did not like I played that game, but I played like 30 games each season. So I remember, I think I only hopped on like maybe 2 or 3 games with you guys, like a night or something like that.
What?
And yeah, I barely played with you guys because I hated it. I was so bad at Apex. I was like, No, I want to go back to a game that
Oh,
I'm like,
Apex. I
yeah.
thought you meant PUBG.
Oh, no, no,
Okay.
no, no, no. Sorry, yeah, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, I probably didn't
Yeah, no,
state
you
that,
didn't
but
play. You hated the game.
I thought Apex was the worst game ever. I was like, this is not good. I was
Yeah.
like, and I was just salty because I was like, man, like, no, what about our what about our crew, man?
But it was so funny because like Apex was so smooth compared to
Mm-hmm.
PUBG that the
Yep.
second we tried playing Apex, we were like, oh no,
Yeah. Oh no.
might as well uninstall PUBG right now
Yeah.
because I'm not going back. And then
Yeah.
we tried to play a few games. We
Mm,
tried to play a few games of
nope.
PUBG, and I had never been so bad at a game when I used to be pretty decent. Like I had never had such a drop off than I did because like I was working to try to get better at PUBG, and I'd
Yep.
gotten to the point where like I could hold my own. I was good, right? I was
Yeah. Yeah. Of course.
Me and Chris were like the same exact player stats wise.
Mhm.
Um, but then I played only a few games of Apex, tried going back to PUBG, and I have never felt so inadequate to play a video game
Yeah.
than I did on PUBG.
Yep. Well, see, I downloaded because I had the new Xbox as well. And I re-downloaded it, and it's crazy because it's for me it's still very clunky. EJ, aka Fade Gaming, doesn't think so.
I don't know
Like
how.
I don't know, he like loves that game, but I was like, dude, I can't do this. I can't. Like every time it's just like the movement, and I'm so used to being able to just walk on by like something to pick up loot and just press X. Now I have to freaking hold the dang button.
And you got to like turn, stare
Yeah,
at it. You know?
it's sort of like
Yeah. You turn, stare at the item, pick it up. Yeah.
where Apex, it's just like you can just like run and zoom by. If
Yeah.
I was if I had a little bit more coffee, I probably would act that out. But I'm not going to do that just for the sake of being a little bit more professional.
Well, also for the fact that, you know, this also goes on Apple, Spotify, Google, Amazon, where people can't see it. So
Yeah, yeah, and
probably
also
good that
they
you
would,
don't act it out, but that's okay.
yeah, and they also probably would just hear footsteps and running, be like, "What is going on with this guy?
Because then I'd
What's
have to
wrong with
be
him?"
like, okay, now he's taking a 90-degree turn, and then he's
Yep,
bending over, and he's picking
yep,
it up, and then yeah, it was just gonna just get weird.
yep.
But I just read an article though. Speaking of Apex, I just read an article that it is set to be the next billion-dollar game within the next like month or two.
Yep.
It's supposed to be the next billion-dollar game. That's insane, dude.
Yeah, a free game.
A free game to make $1 billion.
Yep.
I was just to kind of speak on the video game industry itself. I was reading an article on this website. It's called Fortunately.
Okay.
I don't know. But for the last, so, and I'm reading this, for the last 10 years, the video game industry has made more than Hollywood and the music industry combined.
Yeah, I did
Like,
see that.
like well more, like way more than. And so GTA, Grand Theft Auto 5, I mean, that's one of the most successful games of all time. It's sold more than 100 million copies worldwide, earning its publishers more than $6 billion when its budget was only 265 million. One game. And
Yeah.
think about Avengers Endgame,
Yep.
right? That's the highest grossing movie of all time
Yep.
at
4 billion, right? Or is it 2 point something?
it's like 2.79 billion.
Okay.
That's the highest grossing movie of all time. And but the game that has made the most money ever is Pokemon. Pokemon has made more than $17 billion for Nintendo since it was made in 96. And that does not include the cards, any merch, or anything other than the game itself.
Wow.
$17 billion. I'm telling you, man, if there was any stocks to invest in, it would be video game companies, I feel like.
Oh, definitely 100%. I mean, especially with today's climate, I mean, Now that we know, you know, introvert and extrovert, which one is which.
Do we?
Thanks. Yeah, yeah, right. Thanks for that lesson. But I honestly feel like, you know, this everything that's happened in the past year, that it's really made people kind of be more to themselves, and you know, which is nothing wrong with that.
Mhm.
But a lot of people's safe haven is, you know, and their escape from reality is video games. I mean,
Yeah.
it's mine. It's why I do it. It's why, you know, I really enjoy streaming as well, because it's an escape from my everyday routine of doing absolutely nothing but sleeping and, you know, eating like crap, you know, all that jazz. But yeah, video games have like just skyrocketed. Like there's people that I've never in my life would have guessed that, you know, enjoyed video games, just because, you know, you know, um it's just like with anything, when you don't really talk to people, you don't really know what they do. You don't really know what they're like what they're about. And I was seeing people posting about The Last of Us 2. I've seen people post about, you know, the whole fiasco with Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
And I
Oh,
was like,
jeez.
what? I mean, and then obviously people complaining that they can't get the new Xbox, and, you know, the new, I shouldn't say complaining, because that's the wrong way to go about it, considering that I think that Microsoft and PlayStation really did a poor job of releasing a lot of stuff at the beginning, because it's insane. Like I was able to get the Xbox One when that came out in 2013. I mean, it didn't really, like, all my friends were able to get it, and then now it's like it was like, you know, fighting tooth and nail and getting absolutely lucky to get, you know, all of that stuff. But I really think that, you know, I just really think that video games have come a long way, considering that, you know, when you get a nice monitor, you know, like I said, I got a nice setup, but you get a nice monitor, you get a nice, you know, machine, I guess, because that's
Mhm.
all the Xbox really is. But um, the graphics on some of these games, like the Assassin's Creed Valhalla,
Yeah, they'll blow
I'm
your mind.
like, how is this possible? Like the
Yeah.
detail, like there's, like, you know, the scars on their face. I'm just like,
You can almost see the pores on
yeah,
their face.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy, but I mean, and it goes to show you, like, there's a reason, and I think the reason why these companies are, you know, making this much money, they're returning that, returning that profit into, um, very high quality products, and
Mhm.
I mean, like any of the video games, like Apex has come a long way. Like
Yeah.
I used to hate, you know, like I said, I used to hate that game. Now it's like one of my main games I play, and I think that just goes to show you that, you know, there's going to be events, I think, that just shift things. You know, I mean, I'm very much hoping that Hollywood and, you know, the movie theater industry goes back to kind of the way it was, or maybe even better.
Yeah.
um because, like, I mean, you and I know we've had this talk multiple times. I mean, we're both on the same page. Like, movies is a big part of my life. It has
Mhm.
been a huge part, especially in the past, like, 10 years. Geez, I'm about to be an employee of a theater for 10 years this year, actually. It's very crazy. But yeah, like, that's just that just goes to show you, like, you know, I mean, the entertainment industry as a whole is such a big part of not only my life, but a lot of people's lives. And I am I'm hoping that, things get back to somewhat normal, so, um, you know, they can feel like they're on top of the world again, like they were.
Yeah.
Because right now it does not feel like that.
No, man. Well, and I mean, it's been a big part of your life. It's my career,
Yeah, yeah.
you know? And
Hmm.
I mean, movies, thankfully movies are allowed to, you know, they're being made again. Um, you know, with proper, you know, COVID protocols in place,
Yeah.
but it is a lot harder. It's a lot more expensive to make a movie now
Yep.
because of, you know, all the COVID stuff that you need. I mean, just to give you an idea, the last Jurassic World that they just filmed that has yet to come out, was a Fallen Kingdom or something like that.
Yeah.
No, no, Dominion.
No.
Dominion.
Dominion. Yeah. Yep.
Um, just in the course of filming that, they did over 40,000 COVID tests amongst everybody during the filming of that. 40,000. That's
That
insane.
is,
That alone is
yeah,
expensive. Um, but yeah, I mean, you know, and what's interesting is, you know, I mean, obviously during this time, video game, you know, like the video game industry really amped up because
yeah,
everybody was staying at home, and um, but I did see that the U.S. has now passed China as the like the highest, like has the most people playing video games and the most
yeah,
you know, I mean the most traffic
yeah.
in, you know, for gaming, which I didn't know, I didn't think that would ever happen.
No, no. I mean, considering China's just freaking humongous.
Yeah, there's so many people there. But what's also crazy though is, like, you know, movies, you can make a really good movie for $20 million or $50 million,
Yeah.
but video games you can't do that. I mean,
No.
just to give you an idea, I mean, well, I mean, you know this because I know we've talked about
Yeah.
it, but in Apex Legends, to make a skin, so for anybody who doesn't know, a skin for a character is like, you know, like the outfit, color, cord, you know, all the different colors and different details on what they're wearing, what they look like, and all that stuff. A cosmetic. It costs $50,000 just to make one skin. And it's not like somebody writes a check for $50,000 and that's what it costs. It's the time that, like, the labor costs, the cost for the equipment to make sure the equipment's running okay, and the maintenance on it, all of it. 50 grand. I mean, a lot of big games, their budgets are like $500 million.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Per skin. And there's like 18 characters right now, 17.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean,
And they each have like 40 skins or 50 skins that you can get.
yep.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy, you
So, I
know?
mean, it's how they get their money, you know? I mean, that's why skins are a huge thing. I mean, I know people are like kind of upset about it sometimes, but I don't know. It's kind of cool having a nice little skin. It's just kind of sucks that you don't get to really see it
Yeah.
unless you're getting killed by somebody else that has the same skin.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, that's just insane. Like
Yeah.
just thinking about that, trying to wrap your head around that, you're like, that is so much money for just a digital skin. But you know, I mean, it's literally no different than, I mean, Grand Theft Auto, like what you're talking about. They have each character in that game probably has, I mean, you can do so many different outfits because, you know, you can go to the store, you can
Hmm.
buy all these outfits. Like, just imagine having to, you know, make those. And not only that, the detail that goes into that. Like, a lot of people don't realize that. It's not just like this clunky, you know, orange coat. Like, no, like they have lines on it. Like, they make it look like it's like a North Face or something, or like the suits that they have.
Yeah.
Like Grand Theft Auto Online. I actually, I've played that a little bit as well, which is the main reason why Grand Theft Auto 6 is not going to come out for a while, because they're making so much money with online. But also, it's just the stuff that you can do. Like, I can literally go and buy an airport in that game. And then I can
Buy
go,
an airport.
yeah, yeah. But I mean, it's a ton of money, you know.
So
I mean, and
ridiculous.
yeah, exactly. But like buy an airport, and like, but the planes, especially like the graphics about that are with that. Like, a lot of people don't realize how much money goes into all these games and the time that they put into it. And that's why it's like, you know, like just a quick insight as well, just because I know this. It was like
Hmm.
my favorite movie of all time. But Monsters Inc. was shot in 2001.
Hmm.
Monsters Inc. University, which was the prequel, came out in 2013. That's a 12-year difference
Yeah.
between those movies. That's crazy. And people are like, why does it take that long? It's like, well, I know, I think someone gave an insight, you know, a while ago. It takes like 2 years to like fully develop like an animated movie, but the time that goes into making it before that is
Yeah.
isn't really put into that. Like I think they said it took them about it was like 6 years it took them from the moment that they started writing that film to obviously when it came out. It was 6 years
Yeah.
because the writing crew and obviously putting in new characters, putting in new new designs, obviously like trying to if you're in like the same scene or something, trying to make it look different, trying to do all that. Like digital stuff is not as easy as they make it look. They
No.
make it look so easy. They really
Yeah.
do. Like, oh, all you have to do is like have the face, but it's just like, I mean, you have like Archer, I think is what it's called. It's like on FX.
The show. Yeah.
Yeah. So you have that kind of animation, but then you have freaking, How to Train Your Dragon animation.
Mm-hmm.
But the interesting thing with that is they have like on Cartoon Network, they had which ended up coming on Netflix, but they have like a TV show. And the crazy thing is the animation's actually still really good, but you can tell it's not the animation that they use for the films
Yeah.
because that would cost way too much money
Yes, and the time.
in the
TV
time.
TV shows, they don't have the time to put in the same amount of detail. I mean,
Yeah.
that's why if you look at superhero movies compared to superhero TV shows, the quality of the TV shows there's always a moment where you're like, ooh, yikes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they clearly ran out of time. Yeah, man. There's so much that goes into it, and that's why so to me, my favorite game of all time is Fallout 4.
Yeah.
That's my favorite game of all time.
Such a great game.
And I was so hyped when they were going to come out with Fallout 76. And they said it was going to be online. You could play it with your friends. And I was like, yes. Like putting my favorite game of all time, and I can now play with my friends. That's great,
Yeah.
right? And then I got it. I pre-ordered $80. I spent $80. No, $120 because I got the like ultimate edition.
Yeah,
I
you got
like,
the ultimate. Yep. Yeah, you were hype. I remember that.
Never again. Never again. That was one of the worst games I have ever played. I had gotten into a gunfight with somebody, killed them, but they were shooting. I thought they were just missing, but it wasn't registering because of the delay. So I killed them, ran away, and started getting shot from out of nowhere. And I started losing health. I was like, what the heck? It was the bullets that guy had shot at me before I killed him in the game. That's how bad the delay was. And it was just so glitchy and just terrible. And I was like, I can't.
Well, and that's that is the craziest thing too. So for a lot of people that don't know, every game obviously they have servers.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like anything in this world with the internet. Like there is certain servers are certain websites, certain games that probably use the same server facility, but like that's probably because they did not make as much money as they thought they would, and they did not have the funds to be able to have the best possible servers. I mean, like look at what did you said about Apex is about to be the next $1 billion game.
Yeah.
And I get kicked at least once a night. Like and it sucks. Like obviously it's one of my favorite games. It's one of my favorite games right now, and I absolutely love it. But the issue is that it literally just doesn't work sometimes. And
better than PUBG though.
Yeah, way better than PUBG.
Oh,
but it is crazy to like think about that. Like I mean, I think anything with the internet, sometimes it bugs out, but when you're constantly getting kicked and doing all that, like it becomes like, all right, what are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing? So, and that's, I don't know, that's something that kind of interests me is I would love to take a tour of a server facility and just kind of see like, how many actually computers and servers they have in there. But it's probably going to blow my mind because you know what? Since we're in the East Coast, since it's not as, not as big as the West Coast. Maybe give or take, but still, like, I mean, California alone probably
Silicon
has,
Valley.
yeah. But watch that one server facility has one computer.
Yeah. And there's just a guy sitting at it, just waiting for something to go wrong, and just okay, we're good.
just one computer, and you're just like, oh, no wonder why the servers are so bad. But yeah, like I have a feeling that Fallout 76 kind of had that issue, because I mean, dude, there's so, like, Hyperscape. I mean, remember that it came out in August? We were all hyped. We're like, ooh, another cool battle royale game. And I'm like, no. I was like, this
blows.
Yeah, it was not good. And then Hyperscape is pretty cool. Wait, I just said that. Rogue One, sorry. Rogue One was
Rogue Company.
Rogue Company, jeez.
Rogue One is the Star Wars movie. See, man, that's why I'm here, you know?
Yeah. Hey, so
back.
This has been a great time.
It's good to see you.
I think I'm gonna go now because I can't.
No, man, that was only strike two. It was only strike two. You're
okay. You said this so calm and collected too. It's like, yeah, Rogue One was
it's the Star Wars movie.
Oh man, if I can like just have the emoji of the guy just, you know, putting the hand over his face. That's constantly how I feel about myself. It's okay, but you know, and all in good fun. You know, not to be self-deprecating.
It's what makes you you, man.
Yes,
you know, it's part of what makes you you.
Yeah, never change, Tyler. Just calling things something else. You know,
yeah.
Introvert, extrovert,
different things.
Rogue One, Rogue Company.
Yeah, which Rogue Company I never even got to play.
Oh, I
hadn't even tried it yet.
It's a pretty fun game. It's a lot different.
Wait, did I play it? Yes,
you only have like three. You only have like 3 people. It's like a team of 3.
Yes, I did play it actually.
Yeah,
I did play it for a few games. It was pretty cool, but I got destroyed.
Yeah, people are really good at the game. I think it's cross-plat, so if someone's got a PC, you're dead.
Yeah, 100%.
You're dead.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, for those of you who can't see this, but I have a virtue. Look at that. And
Who is that? Who is that?
Oh, whoa, wait a minute.
No, that is not me.
Move my finger.
There
that was you. Why can't I move my finger? What am I doing?
You got to go the other way.
There we go.
There you go.
Oh boy. Yikes. I kept moving my finger, but like in the camera, it wasn't moving.
See, you would be, and you know, I mean this with absolute love, you would be very terrible at Rocket League.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Because literally when you drive up the wall,
it would be terrible.
And that's the thing is I am terrible still, because you know, I'll be driving up the wall and I'll still like flip, like, oh yeah, you know, flip the way, but I keep forgetting to invert it. So I'm pressing up, so I'm hitting into the wall instead of flipping off of it, because I'm like, wait, what? Wait, why? Why can't I do this? Like, oh, Tyler, because, you know, maybe you're you know, you don't know the direction.
I would be so terrible at that game, dude. Because everything is fast.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm not a fast gamer. I never have been. I'm not fast. But it is funny to be in like an Xbox party with, like, if I'm playing Apex or something with EJ and Mike. Hey, shout out Mike Miller. Or Greg. And you and Justin are like playing Rocket League.
Oh, it's bad.
The amount of rage that comes through.
It's
how.
Oh man.
Oh yeah. Dude. And you know what's funny is if we were to all be in the same room, because EJ, he lives in Jersey, and so does Greg, and so does Mike. But if we were all to be in the same room and we were all playing our game and someone were to walk in, they would be like, who are these chooches? And like, these are the biggest nerds I have ever seen in my life.
Oh, I'm telling you, at some point we definitely have to have a LAN party.
I don't know what that is.
Okay, so sorry.
I'm so sorry.
I know. I'm talking all technical. Sorry. Okay. If I'm just gonna be honest about this. The only reason why I know it's a
Better
LAN
than
party,
lying.
yes, exactly. But I probably wouldn't know what this is unless like I played Halo.
Is it a LAN as in LAN?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically it's local. It's like I think
Yes.
it's local area network or something. I think
Yes.
is what they is wow, I think I actually got that right.
Yeah.
But yeah, so basically we're just all in the same room, all playing our own, on our own consoles and stuff. And you can obviously do private matches if you're on like Halo or something. Apex doesn't have. They do have actually private lobbies, but they're only reserved for like tournament people,
Mm-hmm.
people that play tournaments. But
Pros, as they
yeah,
call
and
them.
pros, yeah, pros. But yeah, so like we definitely have to have one at some point.
I've done LAN parties actually before. When I was growing up, there was a group of guys that I used to hang out with. We went to this like men's like fellowship group, and we were always like the young guys that we would all get together and we would go to somebody's place, whatever. We'd each buy our own hot and ready pizza and whatever drinks we wanted, and we'd bring all of our consoles and we would play Halo.
Yep.
And oh, dude, it was so much fun.
I know the best times, literally the best times.
Yeah,
I miss them. So I'm very excited for the new Halo coming out.
I'm hyped for the new Halo.
Yeah, I'm still bummed that we didn't get it with the release of the Xbox, but after seeing what happened with Cyberpunk, I'm okay with it now.
Yes, as am I. And honestly, dude, the new Xbox, like it's I'm glad I only got the smaller version one.
Yeah, it's honestly just a updated and better version of the Xbox One.
Yeah, like I feel like they're starting to do what iPhone's doing, what Apple's doing.
Yeah.
All these iPhones that keep coming out every year, but they're not that much different. It's just like, oh, hey, here's a better camera. So let's charge another $500 for this phone.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep. And I'm a sucker and I got that new iPhone. So
that doesn't mean I don't want it.
yeah.
I do want it. So hey man, so kind of switching topics here a little bit.
Of course.
Because this is something I always like to ask everybody, because I mean on this show I always like to talk positivity. I always like to try to talk about good things. And
yeah, definitely.
So how does positivity play a role in your life?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Damn right it is.
You're making people think. Damn right it is. Also, hey, really quick before we get into this, I'm gonna do something. Your voice is podcast worthy and just beautiful. So there's to start the positivity off.
Oh well, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Oh, that wasn't good. Dang it. Dang it. I was trying to.
You had one job. You had one job.
You had one job, man.
No, I'm just messing.
Well, thank
you, it's very soothing. Obviously, talking to you in person is great too, but like talking to you on this,
you sound like garbage in person, but on this you sound great.
There you go again, Tyler. Strike 3. All right,
hey, so now like if you were to meet me in person, I'd be like, hi, how are you? My name's Marty. It's nice to meet you.
or you can do your British accent.
Hello, mate. How are you?
Yeah.
You're trying to talk a little bit of video games.
Yeah.
I'll be like Tidsy appears. Even though they won't watch this. So
no, cool. They won't watch it, and then they'll hate you.
Maybe EJ will watch it though, and then he'll tell them, and he'll be like, hey, watch his podcast. He makes fun of you guys.
Yes, exactly.
But it's all out of love.
I know. All out of love. But yeah, no. Positivity. So honestly,
that was what we were talking about.
yeah. Geez, I know. Sorry, I went on the tangent.
It's okay. I'm kidding.
What's new? No, what's new? I gotta stop saying honestly because I'm always being honest. Just
a moment of self-reflection you just took there.
Yep.
You know what? I really gotta stop saying honestly. I'm not telling it. I'm not lying.
Yeah. It's just like one of those like, you know what? I gotta say this. Like I should say that instead. You know what? I gotta say this instead of honestly. Like no duh, Tyler. You're being honest.
Speaking of which, my posture. I could really work on my posture.
Oh, I love that. But yeah, positivity. I really think that over the past probably the past 10 years, I think I've had one of those realizations that you know, the only way that you're going to get out of like dark situations or dark times is if you put the good in the world that you want to get out of it. And
Mhm.
that can be just literally thinking positive instead of being upset at something. That can be something or it can be just like um honestly waking up and just looking in the mirror and being like, hey, today's going to be a good day.
Mhm.
um that I have definitely noticed, especially with everything that's been going on for the past year. um I have noticed that I've been in a very dark place. I think a lot of people have,
Yeah.
and it's very hard to get out of. But when I like sit there and be like, okay, I got to change, or okay, like something's got to give. Like I got to stop feeling this way. Being positive isn't necessarily just thinking; it's also, putting into action as well.
Mhm.
And I have loved every minute of being of like kind of finding like who I am now, and what this are what challenges have really pushed me to better myself and thinking more positive about things. Because when you do think positive, I think good things happen. Obviously, you know there's situations that you think positive, but aren't really positive. It might not change the outcome, but
Yeah.
if you look at it in a different way than just being like, oh, I'm screwed, or yep, this is going to be terrible. If you try to look at it a different way with a different perspective, uh I think there's a lot of good that can come out of it. So that's how I've put it into my life. I mean, I dude, I lost my whole lifestyle in this past year.
Yeah.
I lost my job that I loved very much, and have been told multiple times throughout which obviously nobody's fault, but hey, we're gonna open up here. Hey, we're gonna do this. Hey, this is gonna happen, and none of it happened,
It doesn't happen. Yeah.
and it doesn't happen. And it's the same thing with touring with the band and all that. Like, so how do you overcome that? How do you overcome not just losing your job but your lifestyle?
Yeah.
And I just had to remind myself that there's a lot of good things like to look from this. I got to spend 3 months with my dad,
Mm.
that I would have never been able to do because I'm always on tour, or I'm always working, or and something. And that's time that I'll never be able to get back.
Yeah.
And looking back on it, like, I am so grateful. Like, we redid my parents' backyard.
Which looks great, by the way.
Yeah, thank you, man. And I know you like to say, well, I didn't really do much, but you
I I
came
physically
over.
I didn't do really much of anything. I would like I came over to try and help a couple times and had to leave to go do a different
Oh,
job,
jeez.
or like
Oh, gee.
you good?
Yeah, I just drank coffee and it splurted out.
What do you got, a hole in your lip or something?
I guess no, I like set it down and it just shot back into my eye.
We were having a moment, man.
I
And
know, we
it
really
just
were.
really
Really, really.
well,
Gosh, I can't even talk.
okay. I guess
Yeah.
great,
I'm
yeah, it
sorry.
was great. No, I'm just kidding. No, but I mean, I mean, Chris did way more than I did to
Yeah.
help you out. I mean, and I um but I mean, I'm always, and you helped me out a lot with
Yeah.
my landscaping stuff.
Yep.
And like that condo that we painted, and the yards that that we leveled out, and the bushes we pulled and all that stuff. I
Yeah.
mean, and that's the thing, is it was good still to be able to do all that stuff to keep us moving and keep our minds,
Yeah.
you know, off of some of the negativity that was going around. And um and that is, I mean, when you go through a time like that where you're forced to have to adapt, have to change, the way you go about things each day, you kind of start to see what you're made of,
Yeah,
and
definitely.
it starts to show you kind of, oh, okay, well, maybe I wasn't as prepared as I thought I would be for
Yep.
life, or you know what, maybe, I can handle this. I'm doing all right. And I'm thriving in a time where many are struggling, and
Yeah.
and I'm able to find that, to be able to then help someone else. Um, yeah, I mean, really, it's just positivity can, keeping a positive mindset rather than allowing negativity to get in. Man, negativity can kill you. I mean, it can
Yeah.
really just, it can ruin your life. And so doing your best to stay positive and looking at the silver lining in things. That's something I always try to find is, I mean, there's always a silver lining in everything. Everything's a learning experience. Everything is, you may go through some really terrible time or whatever, but no matter what, you can always come out of it saying, nope, I learned this and this and this.
Yep.
If you're really, kind of check yourself at the door and say, okay, let me examine this. Let me examine this terrible time and look at it and go, okay, well, nope, I learned this and I learned this and this. Okay, I'm going to take that moving forward now.
Exactly.
Yeah, man, yeah, I like that a lot. And I like what you said a lot. So before I wrap every show, I always do that little segment called the goods,
Yep.
just a few questions, just to kind of pick your brain a little bit.
Okay.
I don't know why I did that voice. It was weird. I immediately regretted it. But yeah, so let's get to it. That was where like the little insert would be.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Hey,
It'd be
what's
like
up?
the goods with
Yeah, the
Tyler
goods.
Ennis, that's like the music playing. That's not even how the music goes. But question number one, what is your favorite game of all time?
My favorite game of all time. Probably Halo 2.
Mm,
I think I'm gonna have to go with that because that
two.
is the game that I fell in love with. That is the game I told my parents I was sick and stayed home and played. Um, that was yeah, definitely. I did that a lot. I won't even. But I mean that I've met so many people because of that game. I don't really talk to them too much anymore, but back but but I mean
Dude, I met so many people from that game, man. I don't talk to any of them anymore.
Oh man, I know.
Oh, dude, that was funny, man.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
boy.
But
Wow, it was a real
oh, I
game, a
love
real
that.
great
Yeah.
game. Built some
Real great.
long-lasting friendships, didn't it?
But yeah, no,
Boy.
like that was a game that I think I really fell in love with gaming. And 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 obviously now I think Apex is definitely up there because of and PUBG, even though I don't play it too much anymore. But I definitely have a top five, and I think it's going to take a lot to push those out. Just because of the friendships I've made and I've kept. I mean, EJ, I mean, we worked together, but I think the reason why we became such good friends is because of gaming. Same
Yeah.
with Chris. You and I have talked about this. I've talked to Chris about this. I don't know if we would have stayed friends with. I shouldn't say that. That's a bad way to put it. But I don't know if we would be as close with
Yeah.
Chris if it wasn't for gaming and all that stuff. Just because I mean we're all on different paths. We're all different ages. Like that's the thing too. But
Yeah.
um, but gaming has brought all of us together. So yeah, there's a lot of really good games, but I think for me, it's the same thing with anything. Like it's just it's that relationship builder that that Halo has done. Obviously,
Well, obviously not.
yeah, obviously not. I didn't realize honestly what I was saying until I said that, and then I was like, wow, this actually doesn't make sense. But
It's like I
you
met a
know,
lot of great people. I
I don't,
I don't remember their names.
that's too
That's
funny.
funny. So, okay. Here's an interesting one here.
Okay.
What game do you think would be the coolest to be a character in?
Ooh,
Like,
wow.
what game would you love to throw yourself in and become one of the characters, or be your own character in said game?
Jeez.
Jeez
That's
Louise.
tough. That's tough. Um, Honestly, just because I've always been fascinated with it and with the idea, because I know it's never going to happen, I would definitely say The Last of Us,
Mm,
because it's, post-apocalyptic
yeah,
kind of game, and with dealing with zombies and all that. And I think that would be kind of cool because I mean, I don't know. I think everybody kind of has that feeling of like, yeah, that would be kind of sweet to do that. Like, but I don't want it to be a reality. Like, heck no. I don't want to have
yeah,
to. I don't want to have to like break into a pharmacy to, get like the last remaining supplies or something like that. I'm good on that. But in a game setting, that'd be great. I think that'd be pretty cool.
yeah,
That'd be pretty cool.
yeah. I think for me it would either be Fallout for just because I like the retro style
Yeah. See,
of
that
the
would be a
50s
good
and
one
stuff that they
too.
had.
Yeah.
Um, or I think in the campaign of a Call of Duty game.
Ooh, that is a good one because those campaigns are just
They're sick. And
I don't
honestly, that's the only reason I ever get Call of Duty games anymore.
yeah,
If
it's
I
because the
ever to get
campaign
them.
because they're
But
great.
yeah, but they're so short now, which sucks. But I remember my like when I was growing up playing on the PS2, my dad and I would always play Call of Duty together, or we would play the Medal of Honor games. I don't know if you remember those games.
Medal of Honor was sweet. I miss them.
Well, actually, the makers of Call of Duty are the ones that made Medal of Honor.
Oh,
But the reason why they stopped making Medal of Honor was because there was some sort of legal issue in terms of like the companies that they were working with. So they like branched off and just said, all right, forget Medal of Honor. We're going to make these same games, but only as in Call of Duty instead.
okay, that makes
Um,
sense.
but yeah, I always had so much fun playing those games. And also it was fun because I was playing with my dad, and my
Yeah.
brother and stuff. Um, but yeah, I think the campaigns of some of those games would be really cool. Okay, so what's your go-to drink of choice?
Ooh. Now which phase of Tyler are we talking here?
Which phase? What?
Yeah,
Okay.
I have
I'll answer your question with another question.
okay.
What are the different phases of Mr. Tyler Ennis?
There we go. That's what I was hoping for. Yes. Okay. So we have energy drink Tyler.
Okay.
Um Red Bull, sugar free.
Okay.
Just very good. The other ones are good too, but I don't know. I always like the sugar free ones,
Mm-hmm.
even though they're technically not sugar free, but still, because they're unnaturally sweetened, artificially sweetened is probably what they call it, right? Yeah, that's
Artificially
what they call
sweetened.
it.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
I got that one.
There you go.
I didn't say something off the
You
wall.
corrected
That's good.
yourself. That's
Yes, I
good.
did. And and uh and then I have the healthy one where I just drink water
mm.
and bubbly. So like sparkling water and all that stuff.
You mean Buble water?
Yeah, Buble water. Yes, Michael Buble. His water, which is not his water, but it should be. They really missed out.
He's in the commercials.
Yeah, well, he is, but
And he calls it Buble water, and they're like, no,
yeah,
it's bubbly.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. They missed out an opportunity for great cross marketing.
They did, because they're trying to play catch up, and
yeah, you missed out.
Yeah,
throw in the dang towel, but yeah. So I have that phase where I just drink water, that, and then the sparkling ice It's very good as well. I really enjoy them. And then there's the coffee guy.
Okay, well, here's some, those are all great options. I think you may have missed the context, or
Okay.
I'm asking for like your go-to drink of choice.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
See, I definitely missed that. I am so sorry.
That's okay.
That you guys
That's
just
okay.
had to listen to that.
That's okay. You know,
My go-to drink of choice. Okay.
are there different
No,
phases of time?
no. Wild cherry Pepsi.
Tyler.
What's up? Oh, do you mean beer?
I mean alcoholic drink.
Oh
my gosh.
Wow. I am so sorry.
You said the same line of drinks. Like, why would I ask for what favorite pop you like?
Can you edit this out, please? Thank you.
I could, but I don't know if I will.
No, don't. It's fine. They can all hear this. It's just gonna be comedic relief.
I know you're a beer guy.
Okay. Gosh dang it, Tyler. You got this one. Okay, dude, you got this. All right, so
and that was the moment where he gave himself a pep talk on the
podcast. Yes, I did. I gave myself a pep talk. Honestly, just for laughs. I knew what I was doing. I promise. Probably Miller of I almost said Miller of Light.
Oh boy. Have you been drinking? Are you drunk now? What is this?
Oh god.
I say Miller of Light.
Yeah.
I like
That's
Miller
so
of
bad.
Light, Bud of Light.
Yeah, jeez.
Natural of Light,
Natural of Light,
Bush of Light,
Blue of Moon,
Blues Moon.
Yeah, Blues Moon. Okay, but so I would probably have to say Miller Lite or Blue Moon. Those are my two favorites. So light beer, definitely Miller Lite. If I had a craft beer, I would go with Blue Moon just because it's, I don't know.
Dude, I haven't had a Blue Moon in so long. Like a nice cold Blue Moon with an orange slice.
An orange
slice because it's orange, not freaking orange. Yeah, dude. Yeah, man. Oh, hey, places are open again. Restaurants are open again.
Yes, they are.
We got to go catch dinner and go get get Chris and Justin and all of us go to Chicago or something.
Chicago, yeah. Except they close at 9 p.m. now.
What?
Yeah, it's annoying.
Dang it. Well,
but yeah.
Hey, we can close it down like we used to. Just
at 9 p.m.
rather than 2 a.m.
Hey, we can close it out dad style.
That's true. You know,
even though we're not dads, but
very true.
But yeah, we can close out dad style. Like, yeah.
Well, you've toured, so you around the world, so maybe.
Yeah. Boys weekend. Yeah, right. Boys weekend.
Boys weekend.
Boys weekend. Yeah. Cool.
Heck yeah, dude. Okay. Final question.
Okay.
Here. The finale, if you will.
I promise that I won't mess this one up.
Well, we'll see. What are some there's still time. What are some methods that you use to stay centered and grounded?
Methods I used to stay centered and grounded.
Self-deprecation is obviously one.
Yes. Like, you got this, man. All right, here we go. I look at myself in the mirror probably at least like 5 or 6 times a day. And that's not because I like the way I look. It's because spoiler alert. But no, like just because I do drink a lot of water and stuff during the day when I'm working. So I obviously have to go to the bathroom and I have to be in there anyway.
I knew that's where you were going. The second you said I drink a lot of water, I was like, he's gonna talk about taking a piss. He's gonna pee a lot.
Yeah. But I mean, so I wash my hands like a good person, unlike
I don't think anybody was questioning that.
No, dude, you do not even understand how disgusting Meyer is and how many people don't wash their hands. Like, we're in a freaking pandemic and you don't wash your hands after you go to the bathroom. You're disgusting.
Yeah, that's
anyways. But yeah, no. So I definitely, I always like to just like, you know, just look in the mirror, have the reflection, and just being like, dude, like, hey man, like if I'm like stressed out or something, just like, dude, you're good, man. You're good, you know? And so I definitely I do that. It helps out a lot. And um, you know, listening to music
Mhm.
calms me down.
Yeah.
I think that really helps me kind of get in the groove. It gives me motivation to be to be better. Either that's being a better musician or a better person. Just you know, if there's certain songs that hit the spot, certain songs
Hit the
that you know
feels, man.
that hit the feels. Um, like Pictures of You featuring Patrick Harney.
What?
Yeah,
What?
yeah.
Plug.
Oh, yeah, plug. We'll talk about that on the next time I come on though. But yeah,
Cliffhanger.
yeah, cliffhanger.
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun. But yeah, so it's just one of those things that I really feel like music speaks the art. I'm able to speak through music.
Mhm.
I think a lot of people do. So I think that really helps out as well as just listening to kind of like calm down if I'm stressed out or upset about something. Like you know, I have certain songs that I listen to and that I enjoy. And then another thing is I like to look at pictures
You.
of myself from the past. Yeah.
Sorry, I had
Yeah,
to.
I know. That was good. That was good. But yeah, no, I like to look at pictures of the past and, you know, like from touring or just from, you know, maybe when I was like a healthier weight or something. And, you know, if I'm feeling down about something, I just look at that and just like, hey man, like look at where you used to be, you
Mhm.
know?
You
Look
can
at
get
where you're
there
at
again.
now. Yeah. Look at where you're at now. Just like you can do it. If you've done it before, you can do it again. It's like anything. Like if you look back on you know, old I mean, technology is crazy now. I mean, I there you have old videos, old pictures, you know, old messages, all that stuff. Like I always like to remind myself that, you know, it's a bad day, not a bad life.
Yes.
So
Yes. Yes.
yeah,
Yes. Yes.
it's a
Preach
bad
it.
day. Yeah, it's a bad day, not a bad life. You know, you're truly not alone in your battles that you go through, and you know, and I gotta tell myself that all the time because you know, I've been going through a lot of stuff mentally and physically for a very long time. I've had some ran into some health issues, especially um you know past few years with like some stomach issues. So the way that I keep myself grounded with that is like if I start eating like crap and overeating and you know drinking a lot, you know I just tell myself I gotta take breaks. And um you know and I've been able to do that and been able to feel better about myself and feel better about um just where I'm going at, where I'm at in life. And you know, telling yourself that everything is going to be all right is, I think, the easiest way to keep myself grounded. Even if I don't believe it, you know,
Yeah.
even if I don't believe it, just telling myself that kind of goes back to the positivity thing. Like, even if I know that it's probably not going to be all right. You know, like obviously certain situations, you just got to keep telling yourself that it is going to be all right because, like you said, that negativity can kill you. It can eat you alive. It can really put you down a dark path. And
Mhm.
you know I don't ever want to go back to that kind of person that I used to be, you know, just mentally.
Yeah.
And I never want to go back to that place. And I think I think I'm on a good stretch now. I think I'm on a good path. So you know, it's through a lot of just talking to myself. um you know, I mean, we don't a lot of people don't really talk to a lot of others now because of everything that's been going on. So um, I try to talk to people every day and just having conversations because you never know what someone's going through. You never know, um, you know, the battles, the demons that they're fighting.
Mhm.
And I mean, myself included, you know, I try to, I don't want to say I try to hide it, but you know, I don't like to make my life public.
Yeah.
More than I have to, you know, being in a band, like there's certain things that you you have, and obviously with streaming as well, like having to learn how to be myself in front of a camera is a lot different than being yourself in person.
Yeah.
You
Oh yeah,
know,
for
like
sure.
on stage, I can talk and do all this and say this dumb stuff, and people kind of like, they can kind of understand who I am. But on a camera, it's very different. Because there are moments, I won't even lie, there are moments I forget that I'm even streaming. There are moments that I forget because I'm so immersed in the
Mhm.
game, and then I'll look over and then there's like people chatting. Like I remember like one time I was just like, oh my God, like I was like, oh my God, like freaking out and stuff, like because I probably was like dying or maybe killing somebody. And people were like, yo, you good? Are you good? And I was like,
Freaking out.
yeah. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm good. Sorry. Totally forgot I was streaming for a minute.
Hey
There's
guys.
yeah. You just get so immersed in it. And
Yeah.
but yeah, it's just like keeping myself grounded for playing video games keeps me grounded. Obviously, I get very upset and very angry. But I think I've been really good at knowing when I'm like, all right, I need to get off. Like
Yes.
I'm being too upset. I'm being too mad. I'm getting too mad. Like games are supposed to be fun.
Yeah.
Like especially like when I play with you and stuff. Like I like to have a good time, and I feel like that game just it gets me so mad because I'm like, I just want to have a good time. Why do I have to play like I'm pissed off? Like why do I have to play like and like try super hard, and
I
it's
just want to
just
be good just
yeah,
like automatically.
yeah, right,
That's how I feel.
yeah, right. I don't want to put the work in.
Yeah. Well, hey man, I'm always a phone call away, and I'm
Yes
always
sir.
I'm also always a short drive away. So,
Yes sir.
if you ever need um any time to just kind of, blow off some steam or whatever, give me a
Yes
call.
sir.
But
Dude, you got it.
well, hey man, it's a perfect way to end the show. I don't think there's any better way that we could close out. So I appreciate you coming on, and I'm excited to have you and the rest of the boys on to talk some music.
Yes, I cannot wait. Cannot wait. So we'll get that squared away here soon.
Cool,
So,
cool, man. All right.
but yeah, thank you for having me. Appreciate it. It was great. Um, I am honored to be a source of some laughs, hopefully, and also some face palms. I love it. It's
Also, okay, again,
great.
tell everybody where they can watch your stream.
Oh yeah, so you can watch my stream on Twitch .tv/ Metal Tiger. That's METAL and then TYGR. I stream probably about 4 or 5 times a week. I'm gonna have a schedule here soon at some point, but yeah, come hang out sometime. Come watch. Come see what the hype is all about with watching people play video games. I promise you, it's really not as boring as you think. It can
It's
be,
fun.
yeah, it can be a lot of fun when you're talking with other people. That's the biggest thing. So, if you're just coming to watch and you just like sit there and watch me play and like talk to no one, it can be a little awkward. So, um, but yeah, so twitch.tv/ Metal Tiger. I stream Apex, play with Patrick a good amount of the time, and then Rocket League and some other games. So we'll we'll see what else I get into whenever more games come out.
Nice. All right, thank you, brother.
Mad love, dude. Mad love.
All right, and that concludes another episode of The Good Life. Thank you to Tyler for stopping by, and thank you to all of you for listening, watching, streaming, all the good stuff. So, we'll see you next week. And again, make sure to hit that notification button so it lets you know when a new episode comes out every week. Thanks, and have a good one.